I'm here with my lovely friend, Rael from day one. I'm so sure if you guys watch the vlogs, definitely like you'll know her. And she's here, man. Amekam kuni support kwa hii stuff ya podcast because as you can see, we sort of like have a new set. Is it really a set? I do not know. You answer it. But then, yeah, we are here and we're trying. So I also want to say thank you guys for being here, for creating time to watch this, to listen to this. Also, if you're on YouTube, you guys know that this is also available on all platforms that podcasts are in. So we have Castbox, we have Anchor, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, whichever. I'll put the link in the description. And also for the guys listening in audio form, know that there's also YouTube. So search me there, Wakubwa Miquel, or just write Wakubwa Wednesday.
Mtaki mchezo.
Sitaki, man. I'm back. I'm back. So today we want to talk about employment. What they didn't tell us, what they told us, how we thought it would be, and etc.
Yeah, but Wakubwa Miguel atapendi kuintroduce watu. So let me just introduce
No.
myself.
I was going there.
So
I was going there.
Okay,
But so let's introduce. Don't see miss anything.
Okay, so hi guys. My name is Rael.
Hi.
Rael Mwende.
Hi.
It's pronounced as Rael, but I like it as pronounced as Rayl. So
Rael.
yeah.
Rael. That's how she likes people to pronounce the name, man.
Yes. So I'm here with my friend Miguel,
Yeah.
my good friend from uni day one up to now, tumemaliza shule.
Imagine.
And yeah, I'm glad to be on this channel. Oh my god. I hope I won't be nervous, but yeah. Si tuanze kazi.
Yeah, tuanze. Tuanze niwe ndo tuambie.
Niwaambia. So guys, I think I've been in employment since undergrad. It feels so nice kusema undergrad. Yeah, so like I've been in
Kiburi ya
employment.
pesa kidogo tu hivi. That's it.
Yeah, but I've been in employment since first year in uni. Right now, it's been how many years? 5? No, it's going to 5 years.
Yeah, it's going to 5.
And well, it's been a journey. So I think we're going to be discussing, just what someone should expect out of employment and what it entails, the good and the bad, and basically everything. Because Miguel, I'm not sure how long you've worked. Probably, I think, is it 2 years yet? No? Yes?
No, I'm actually in the second. No? Yeah, I finished 1 year, so I'm in the second year.
You're in the second year. Yeah. Well, so as you can see, tuko na a lot to tell you guys.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know, do we start with the good or the bad? Which is better? Some people say, let's start with the good news. They'll start with the bad news, then the good news. Others are start with the bad news. No, start with the bad, then the good. Others are start with the good, then the bad. So where do we begin? And definitely, guys, this is from our experiences. So
Of
definitely,
course,
it's
yeah,
not
of course.
everyone will go through that, depending on also where you'll work. But you can start with,
The good.
yeah, you can start with the good.
Well, I'd say the good. There's a lot of good. Let me say, a lot of people tell you, "Oh, don't join employment and all that," but it's not all bad. I feel like there's some good, and like just with everything good, sometimes you just feel like you need to spread your wings. But employment, for me, it has been
Spread your wings.
for me, employment has been something that has grown me. So as I mentioned, I've been in employment since first year. So you can imagine my first job, I was working as a part-time receptionist. And it was a lot of it had a
remember.
lot to deal with people when you're meeting these big people. Na wewe uko tu first year, you don't know how to welcome this guest, and you don't even know send emails. How do you send these emails? So I feel like for me, my institution gave me an opportunity to grow, to work when I was very young. I think when I was 18, when I was almost 18 years. So it gave me an opportunity to grow, learn how to communicate with external stakeholders, big people in the industry and academia. I feel like I learned a lot in terms of, just the communication. And in the role that I was in, I feel like it gave me, unajua hiyo space ya grow.
Yeah.
Because bila your employment, I don't think I'd be the same person now. You know, you understand? Yeah. So I feel like for me, employment gives you a platform to grow and know how to deal with people and communication with different people. Because as we all know, communication ni different. No, asi flani, you know, like when you're nakuongelesha hivi, it's not the same way I'm gonna talk to a vice chancellor somewhere, or the same way I'm gonna talk to, you know, my manager somewhere. You get?
Yeah.
So it's a lot to deal with communication, and I feel like that is something that I really grew with, you know, in the employment. I don't know about you.
No, it's the same. There's how you can write messages like to someone, maybe like a colleague, is not the same way you'll write to your boys. Not checking like, hey maze, stairs kufanya hii sahi. You know, like you can't write that. They'll tell you no. Like, okay, this is what you do. Write it high. You know, like actually, we for us we communicate through Skype. So you find when someone is saying something, you tell someone, oh, maybe the tasks you're doing and everything, then someone tells you, okay. Like just writes, okay. Or noted. And the first time I was like, ai? As in, okay, kwani umejam? Like, you know, like, are they pissed? But then you realize that's how people sort of talk. I don't really like talking like that, because that's how I talk when I'm pissed at someone. Like, I don't, like, if I don't want you to continue talking, I'll just, okay. Or noted, you get? So that's why I was also attributing that to how they text or something. But then, so definitely communication is a big thing, a big part of what you learn when you go into like the corporate world.
Yeah. And Pia, like you find that, as in there's so many mistakes. Jesus, there are so many mistakes you can make out of like a corporate, even one line. You get like when
even
you,
a hashtag,
even a hashtag on, you know, social media. Like communication when it comes to, like when it comes to employment, communication is the one thing that you will appreciate to come out of it.
Definitely.
Because you realize even when you start working, for example, us, we don't use Skype, but we use emails. But unapatanga easy emails, there's a way you need to send them. There's a way they need to be free of any grammatical error. And, like you have to be very careful. And I think it gives you, you know, like communication importance. Because me, I think before, I never really cared how. Okay, it's not like I texted using short formatic saksa, but you know, but I don't feel like, I feel like I learned a lot because when I look at my previous email, then nilikuwa natuma nikiwa first year, and right now there's a huge difference.
Yeah, definitely. Like there's that growth.
Whatever you will learn, it's not exactly what you will apply.
What you go implement.
Because I feel like, you know, like when
at least you have a foundation though.
If unaambiangwa job ni ngumu, trust me, employment is not hard. Employment is just about consistency and you learning, like learning. Because I'm sure when you started doing marketing, surely, you know, me when I started doing like program management, program coordination, I didn't even know like
what to do.
Like I didn't know. No, it's not like I didn't know what to do, but I didn't know that this is project management. You get, even you when you're maybe doing quality assurance for someone, you're checking their website when you didn't know you're doing quality assurance, and unapata that is quality assurance. That's actually a job that someone is paid
Imagine,
to do.
do you know, guys, like that's what I do. Okay, among the things that I do plus marketing, but the thing is, something is designed and my work is sort of to break it apart, see if I can break it apart actually, if I can put wrong like data, what happens to it. So both like the front end and the back end. So it's still IT in any way, but then it's pretty cool, but sometimes it can get boring because you'll test the same thing. You get like this something called like regression testing. So you tested it again, but then now the developer did something and you have to start from scratch testing it again. So sometimes it gets boring, but it's really cool trying to break something.
So guys, like employment is not as hard as they make it look. Like employment is all about learning how things are done somewhere, and then you're just learning. Because like Mimi, kitambo ungeniambia something about project management, it looks like such a big deal. But project management is literally starting a project from point A to point A. Point A being the beginning, point A being
but you know you're making it look easy. You know, I've been with like project managers.
Like it's not. It just has something to do with, you know, making sure that everything is running smoothly. Now that is the hard part.
Now
but
that's the hard part, yes. What it just means.
Yeah, like what it means, project management. Tunakwambia project ati ama project manager unaona nikana fanyanga kazi. You know,
You know,
kazi
it's because of the
inakakuwa.
name manager.
Yeah, but you see, Pia,
Yeah,
it's not like I'm belittling the work. It involves a lot of work
a
and a
lot.
lot of, just being extra cautious and also making sure that you deliver on your action point and making sure that each stage of the project is going well. But really, it's just you take a project, una create my budgets, hizo vitu zote, and then you run. So, like guys, what I'm trying to say ni employment is not as hard as what wanakumikianga, and whatever utalearn shule, trust me, I feel like kenye unasoma shule ni much harder than what you'll do in real life.
Oh,
What do you think? Unafikiria
definitely.
like
Whoa, definitely.
cause shule, unajua shule utasoma ati sijui andika RFP, enda pale SQL utengeneze
Newton's law,
sijui,
physics.
yeah, like
Tuanzie
hata si
hapo.
hivyo shule, like let's say for example BBIT, utaenda ulan vitu kama when you're creating the project, una create vitu then test cases, una create hadi tu mtu tunakaa hivi,
Oh yeah.
clinicians sijui who, you're trying to describe how a system ya husi itafanya, but then in real life you just find out like mnafanya tu research, it's basically a research, mtaenda find out like our two users will be a clinic officer
Officer.
and this person. So unaenda unauliza maswali, what will they do? It doesn't involve all this kupanga. It just
Yeah.
involves who you're going to talk to, and most of the time, trust me guys, you're going to be using Google Drive, Google Sheets.
Yeah.
Hizi tools zote za tunatumianga shule, like
Yeah,
it's like you
it's-
never use them.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things also pia mi nililearn when it came to like employment, that I feel like for me employment is not as hard as they make it look when you're in school. Unajua shule unaambianga
Okay.
utaenda job na
I know. I
utajua.
think it's because the first thing everyone goes into employment is they fear not delivering,
Yeah,
and the punishment of like not delivering
being fired.
is being fired.
Yeah.
So when you hear something like you're going to be fired, is oh damn, like sa tutafanya nini, you know. So that's why like that fear is what drives people crazy in a way that they're just like, nah, it doesn't. Like they also fear employment in that way.
Yeah.
But in a way, like you get used to it, and you
Yeah.
always want to be there as you on time, and you will get
And
that.
then let me tell you another thing I think I learned is the fact that employment, it's kind of like changes who you are, in the sense that you will learn the hard way that you need to demand for what you want at work. Otherwise, people will disrespect you, and you will always you realize that when you start your employment, doing free work never does it for you. Unajua tu anakwambianga go do internships for free, sijui accept pesa kidogo when you're starting, but let me tell you, when you ukikaa kwa employments kidogo, you realize that you need to fight for for the pay that you want. Really, like it changes your personality in the sense that
Yeah, it's
you
also
n-
because now you learn
unaanza
more.
kuspeak up. Yeah,
You see, once you learn more, now you become more confident. More confident, now you start realizing your worth
your what?
and
Yeah.
everything. Because you see, even if, okay, like Najwa, that point where you're saying of internships, like internships are really good.
Yeah,
You get,
true. That's
it
true.
also
Sisemi
depends where
ati
you're
msifanye
going.
internships are free.
Yeah, it also depends where you're going for, like an internship. Where are you going? Like, is it Safaricom? Is it where? So you also have to look at that. Like, okay, this wherever I am, I'm going to learn a lot. You get, but then this other place, you're just okay. You just need an internship. There's that.
No.
But then once you in gear, from there now you'll start. You know what? Like, okay, I've learned this, and by there, hawezi ni treat kama kamtuzijui kametoka wapi.
Yeah, ndio nasema, like I'm not saying guys that don't do internship. At the end of the day, you need to start somewhere. And pia mimi si ati nikianza kulipwa nilianza kulipwa sijui how much. You
Yeah.
know, actually I think my first salary ilikuanga 10k. Alafu ulikuwa unatoa NSSF na NHIF unabaki na 9400. Na inafaa kukulipia rent.
Yeah. I don't know kama tuende kwa. I don't
We?
know kama tuende kwa tuanze kuongelea hii government yetu na tax, but that's going to be another video anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, like sisemi msiende kufanya internships. Internships are really good and they give you an opportunity to grow. But then as you gear towards employment for a while, so for example umefanya employment for 2 years, you're going now to start. That's what I'm saying, it's going to change your personality, because you're not going to be accepting the same things that you were like 2 years ago. It gives you a sense of, I know what I'm doing and I know my worth, and I feel like right now if I leave your company I'll leave a dent, so there's a way employment gives you that sense of confidence in whatever you can do. You get, because you do your work, you're paid. Sometimes you do work, you present it to a group of people. Most of the time you're going to be presenting, and then once you present whatever you've worked and it's good, it even gives you like a sense of motivation. So it's not like shule pale unaweza kaa umesoma and there's no progress. You see, like for some reason employment ama work based ukifanyanga job, there's a way you just keep improving. You don't even realize it, but you keep improving.
It's because you're growing.
It also gives you that sense of confidence, alafu sa unaanza kudeserve for more, and you start realizing that huwezi accept kulipwa peanuts just because ati mtu anakuchua ka intern. And then another thing you realize that giving people free services inafanyangwa kudharau sometimes
Sana.
So I remember when I first started Buni, Buni is a digital marketing company I created. So, and I was training these interns and then providing free services for a month to startups. So what I tell you that out of these startups that I gave a free human resource to try out our product, out of the few, I think I only got 2 clients from there. And they expect you to keep doing, kwanza pia watu wanakuwa na hii tabia ya kudharau marketers, anakuambia ati lazima ukue,
we need to see the results, we need
but
to
then
see
at the end of the day uko Nairobi na unafanya job, you get, hakuna venye unaweza expect unafanya kazi free. So like I remember when I was starting the business, alafu napatiana free services, I realized most of these people that I'm giving out to work for free hawalipwi. But it's not their fault. Them, they're doing their job really well. It's just that these guys did not even have a platform before, and you don't expect things to start working out in a month. And you see, what anaanza kukwambia ati, give me 2 months, give me 3 months. You see? So that means hawaoni the value. But then napata these people 3 months later wanakuja wanakwambia, can I still get the service that you are giving? Mina unawapatia some quote wanakwambia ati, that's very high. So you get. So in a while, after umeanza kufanya job, like you're employed, or you're employing someone, maybe like you'll start realizing giving free services, even you yourself giving free services, watu watakudharau. So I think that's another thing I think I learned from just employment and
starting
being on both sides. Watu wanakudharau wengi when you start giving free services. So if you can always fight for your worth from the beginning, mtu ajue hauko hapo kufanya kazi for free, because at the end of the day tuko Nairobi na unafaa kulipwa na vitu ni expensive.
But there you need to put food on the table. You need to, because anyway, once you start growing up also, your parents sort of demand something. Okay, they don't really demand, but it's just in a way like the next level of life. You get, like, you also want to start doing a couple of things on your own, so you can't start saying,
but you can accept small pay. Like I feel
definitely,
like you can accept
for starting
you can even start with 5k. Let me tell you something. There's something I learned out of even accepting a small pay, like you're at 10k. You can never, when you're a junior employee, you will never like contribute to the company growth. You're the one who's growing. Like you're the one who's growing. The company is not growing. Like the company is growing because of maybe higher management and how they're dealing with the finances and all that. You're contributing to their growth, but then you're the one who's growing, because angalia, hata CEO, when you become really good at your job, you're poached. It's not the company inachukuliangwa. You're the one who's poached. You get. So that's another thing.
That makes sense.
Usikose
Actually, that makes
that
makes a lot of sense.
Usikose accept a small pay just because ati unaona ni kama like hiyo ni small pay. Like sometimes imagine inabidingi to compromise, just reduce your bills, take some time and learn. Like that's another thing I think by then you'll learn. Hard work really pays when it comes to employment. You work hard, people actually start noticing your hard work and the results that you are getting out there. So obviously utakuwa at a forefront or utakuwa at a position where you are able to people are able to see your work, alafu wanakupoach. As I've said, like the company itakuanga almost at the same place, but you will grow and outgrow the company. The company will never outgrow you. You're the one who will outgrow the company, because ndo utaanza kupochiwa with the big companies just because of your hard work. You get. And then after hata pia ukiwork hard, me I moved from a part-time receptionist to right now I'm doing whatever I'm doing, but in the field of project management. I can't say that because of some obvious reasons. But yeah,
Yeah.
hard work actually pays in employment. So put in the hard work, and it also disciplines you. What do you think? Discipline in a
Yes.
way.
Yeah. Because there are rules. Like, no, there are rules. You get, like, in school, tungetoka. Like, as in, you don't feel like going to for that class in the morning. You just skive or have someone sign for you. In employment, you can't do that. You get, like, you have to
Yeah.
go in the office, like, every day,
Someone is expecting you to
whether you like it or
deliver.
not.
Yeah.
So it also gives that discipline of every day you have to wake up so early,
Manze.
when they do job. You might not like it, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
If you also need um, the money.
Yeah.
So that so that usikwe fired. But for me, like, a positive I've learned, like, I've gotten from employment so far is I really like the fact that you've said learning networks.
Hey,
You get
networking,
okay, but I feel like
manze.
also networking comes with what you do,
And who
because
you
if
are.
yes, and who you are, because I feel like for someone who is coding, they're always in a room just writing code.
But
Okay,
those guys
unless
interact like
no,
crazy.
no, most of them don't. A lot, like, okay, we are not, I'm not saying they don't interact a hand, like,
Oh
totally,
yeah.
but then
Most
mostly, like, they'll just put themselves, like, somewhere and write. You
devs.
get, yes, like developers, most of them just do that. And for, let's say, for someone who's marketing, when you go out there, you're meeting this new CEO, and you get to learn something from them. When you're going maybe to do, like, tenders and everything, you meet, like, as in, you're able to meet other people. So that's also another thing, like, I looked
Yeah.
at in employment,
Yeah.
which
That's
I
a
was
plus,
like,
by
yeah,
the
that's,
way.
like, that's a plus, the people who I met. Another plus is, what is, I feel like there's also comfort. Okay, like,
Which can be positive and
yeah, which can be
negative.
positive
Which
and
can be
negative,
positive
because
and
sometimes
negative.
we need to just relax. You get, like, let's say, case in point, for now I have so many things I want to do. You get, but then I'm not thinking so much about, like, where will I get, like, the money for this thing I want to do. It's just like, now I just plan it. I'm like, what, from the salary, like, I'll get is, I'll buy this one later, I'll buy this one later. So there's that, which I feel like in a way it's good. The downside is money is never enough. Okay, so right now you want to go and get paid 150K, that you're saying you'll be happy. Definitely you'll be so happy if you want, like, 150,000. But within a year, that 150,000 will look so little to you.
Yeah, that's the thing with employment.
Yes.
But it's also cause as you grow older, your needs increase.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have people who are depending on you, whether it's your kid, it's your family, it's there are a lot of people depending on you. Say una expect you kwanza ku fundraise. Like kitambo you are
Yeah.
not involved in the fundraising shit.
Mazi people
But
wanakuweka kwa groups.
so
Kuna
hata watu
why?
wakitaka kuoana pre-wedding kujeni
Wewe, kujeni, you're like.
wa
So I feel like that's also another, the part of comfort, that you can just relax and, you know what, let me go here, let me do this, and let me get paid for that. That's also nice. Okay, currently I feel like in the world, we are selling this notion that everyone should, okay, not really everyone, but people are just saying, I'm an entrepreneur,
yeah.
like, I'm my own boss and everything, which is good, but then they need to realize that world is also not for everyone. You get,
Yeah.
like, the world is, all of us can't be,
Yeah, there's some
like,
people who actually prefer employment to,
yes.
and I'm not saying that, probably, I'm sure you're not saying that you're okay with employment.
No, no, no,
But
no.
it's like, that you start realizing there's some people who actually, because you find that people are in employment now, 70, and they're okay, they're doing well
They are
in
totally
life.
okay.
They're
Because
doing well in life, they're
everything they need
satisfied.
is catered for.
Yeah,
That's it.
everything they need is catered for. So sometimes employment is not bad at you'll never grow. Because I've seen some people build businesses out of employment
Yeah.
and they're still in employment.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you just. I think wealth generation. This is a whole other topic, but it's about just basically how you manage your cash, the lifestyle that you live. But
Yeah.
basically, employment doesn't make you poorer. But if you feel like the urge that you're making someone rich, then maybe your calling is to be an entrepreneur. So
So I think people also need to do. There needs to be, like, a test,
yeah.
so that you know if you're, like,
No, but you
an
have to test the
entrepreneur.
waters sometimes to know
No, you do,
what works
and
for you.
and mostly,
You know.
these. I was talking with Tony someday about employment and being unemployed and everything, and he was like, once you're on a path of like you're doing your own thing, just know for like for the first, it's not months, for the first like years, you're going to use your savings.
Manze.
You get like you're going to use your savings. You're going to use like you're also going to eat shit. Like people will treat you because they're not seeing proof. You get like, okay, so that's your company. How many clients do you have? You get like they want to start asking such questions, and must they only have like 3 clients, so they're like, okay, maybe it's you're not that serious, so they won't pay you as much because they don't value you. But you see, it goes growing, and afterwards, you're able to.
Yeah, entrepreneurship is it's a journey. It's
Yeah.
it's a journey and it's not easy. So some people just prefer, by the way, like
Yeah.
the employment. So I feel like for me, employment is good in that sense, and I would never complain of having been employed for
Mimi
this
nita
long.
complain.
Of course.
Kuna vitu,
No, no,
there
no.
are
Like no,
things
no.
maybe
I'm
I'll
saying
complain.
like right now,
Yeah.
like of course kuna vitu zenye Jesus Christ, I'm gonna nitawaambia zenye unakufanya unasikia this thing z because me I'm saying but I was actually telling Miguel I want to be out of employment in the next 2 years,
Yeah.
you know, God willing. You see, in the next
Faster.
2 years I should be doing my own thing
Sorry.
as my business now, because I've tested the waters and I've realized employment might not be the thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course obviously in that aspect of, you know, growth, communication with people, meeting different people, you know, that's a plus with employment. And also the fact that there's comfort, there's just a sense of, you know, nitakuwa na pesa by the end of the month.
Yeah.
I feel like that is also very motivating. And the
And
fact,
also peaceful.
yeah, and
like
also
really
peaceful because as long as you do your work, you know,
Yeah.
maybe hautakosana na mtu. But then the downsides of unemployment, let's start from there. The working environment might be very toxic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Depends on your boss, by the way. Like whoever you get
jeez.
as a boss or a supervisor, whatever you
Actually
call them.
shapes your career, you know.
Yeah, because you'll either hate the job or actually love the job.
Yeah, true.
You get like if
True.
you get like a good supervisor, a good boss who respects you also, you get like, you know, there are people who won't respect you because you're younger than them,
Yeah,
which I
that's
really
true.
hate. Because you actually have a lot to bring to the table, but they're like, "Oh, umetoka shule tu, like what do you know?"
I
You get, and that
know.
notion is very, very bad. But trust me, I don't know what you
You
can
know,
do to
by
change that.
the like number one, I think number one downsides of employment is just that the environment can get toxic, and by
Yeah.
toxic, but it means like you might get bullied at work, and bullying at work is like being given a lot of work when there's, you know, literally wase wengine wajapewa job just because you're an intern unalose
Yeah.
a lot of work. So you find that most of the time you're working, you don't even have time for yourself. Your boss again not respecting you, not respecting your rights as a person, anakukora anakujibisha, you get like
Also,
so
like
such
being rude.
things.
I hate mean people.
Yeah, sometimes such things actually, and for a young person zinakwanga
They
very
kill your spirit.
inflicting. Yeah, so I mean, like I had a, you know,
Toxic environment.
I was just in a toxic environment, and sometimes I'd be super stressed. So one of the things, you know, I feel like we just don't see the problems. I feel like we should also give like a resolution. And I feel like once you realize that uko kwa a very toxic environment, that you're always feeling like you're not doing, you know, you're not doing well, and always unapigiwa makelele, people don't appreciate you. I feel like sometimes it's hard to make a decision to move out of an environment that you've worked in for a while, which was the case for me.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need to, you know, just look for other people, you know, look for other places, the other places that are going to appreciate what you do. But you know, also take it as a learning curve that you've met this type of people, because always everywhere you're going to, you know, just don't leave because ati the boss is bad, because trust me, you'll go somewhere else utasema pia huyu boss ni mbaya. You know, just don't leave because of
You
the
also
boss.
need to adapt.
You know, you need to adapt. But then if you feel like it's been too much,
Yeah, if
and
it's
you're
too
not
much,
being
walk away.
appreciated, you feel like you're not doing the best that you can, you're not putting out the best because of the environment that you're in, then I feel like then that is then the part you need to do, you know, now to, you know, just look for other places, and other places might appreciate you, or, you know, start your own business. Because sometimes manze, the toxic environment is toxic.
Yeah,
And I
it's,
feel like
too much.
work toxicity is even worse than relationship toxicity. Where hey,
Okay, yeah, because by then, you know, most of the time
you're
of your
at
life you're
work.
actually at work.
Yeah.
And now that goes to the negative. The other thing that I
Yeah.
don't like about employment is I realized certain things now start fading away. E.g., social life.
Mm.
Because Saturday and Sunday is the only day you're free, but then to some places you actually go to work on Saturday, like
Yeah.
people in some offices, and during the weekend you actually just want to rest.
And as a young person, you need your social life.
Yeah, you know,
Interact na
that's
wase
even how
wengi.
you'll go meet your wife or your
Yeah,
husband.
actually, but let me tell you, I really, I keep telling Miguel this, but I thank God I made friends with him when I was in first year, because I feel like I would have been sucked in the job
Yeah.
environment, and if I didn't have some friends like Miguel, unajua, because Miguel would come job, ameleta watu wengine wakuja
Mm,
wanisalimie, I really had that going on, but I feel
yeah.
like if it was not for maybe Miguel and a couple of friends of mine, then maybe sasa
That's
singekuwa na mabeshte.
yeah, actually
Because
now ungekuwa unaongea
first of all,
nani?
my
Naye angekuwa
personality,
anakuita bash.
I know, manzi. And then, first of all, my personality is not even. I'm not saying that I'm not social, but I'm not that social.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like laid back sometimes, and you find that I talk to people based on the environment that you are in. So I feel like kukosa social life. I feel like if it was not for some friends like Miguel who would come to see me at work juu siezi enda na wao everywhere and inviting me to places juu siku anajanga anything that is going on in class, nilikuwa natoka class naenda job, ama niko job niko class, like hata ungeguess mali niko. So I feel like employment sucks you
Also,
in,
yeah.
that social life, but have good friends who invite you to places like kina Wakubwa.
Got you. And that's why even uploading this so that you guys can hear, because you guys
Yeah.
know penda, man. And another thing is time. Okay, I know we say that in terms of like the social side, but then I really don't like the idea of staying somewhere 9 to 5, because even if you stay somewhere 9 to 5, 7 to whatever, all those things, you do realize some of those hours you won't be productive.
I also
You
don't
get?
like the stipulated time at mnafaa
Yes,
kwa job 9 to
9 to
5,
5,
because I
because
feel like jobs should accommodate how long you can work, and I feel like that's why I feel like sometimes maybe Kenya inafaa kuintroduce your story ya, you're paid per hour, because if you overwork, you
then
should be
they pay
paid
you.
more.
Yeah.
But then sometimes napataka Kenya watu ni wagumu, they want to give you the base salary even if you
Huko.
work for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I feel like pia mimi that also in essence affects me, because sometimes I'd be so unproductive in the morning. Maybe hiyo siku, kwanza ya magali go, hiyo siku nimeamka na cramps, sisikii kufanya job, or nimeamka niko na mood swings, sisikii kufanya job. But I feel like you should just be given, and some job places actually give you the liberty, as long as you produce your milestones,
Yeah.
as long as you've actuated what you were supposed to do that day.
You can,
They
okay,
let you
definitely,
be.
definitely you can't come for 1 hour, like at
Yeah.
work. So they'll either make it in terms of, you can come at 7, leave
No,
at 6.
No, there's
No,
some
7
places
at
by the way
7:03.
zinakwambianga too, like
Once
as
you're
long
done
as
with,
your weekly stuff are complete, you don't worry, and as long as you hit the deadlines zenye umesetiwa, they don't care what time you work,
yeah,
or how you report to the office,
like
which I
jobs
feel
with
like is
flexi hours.
it's a very good working environment, because
Yeah,
it gives you, but
because you can also
it can
live
encourage
there.
laxity.
No,
Yeah, it can.
no,
It can
I
with
feel
your,
like that one can't. Okay, maybe I'm talking at a personal level,
yeah, you're
because
taking it at a
look,
personal level, because kuna
personally
watu
for
get
me,
lazy.
is I'd even wake up at 7, go to work, do whatever I'm doing. If I'm able to finish everything by 2,
Yeah.
like I have so many things I want to do. You get, like
You know
that's
what?
that's a time you can go run maybe for a small side gig that you can do. Can hear, record a podcast. You get, but then you see,
Yeah.
if you have to stay there till that time, you do realize afterwards you're so tired you just want to go sleep. And also, if
Yeah.
you're doing something with other people, now for them they've also gone back to their
But
houses. You
sometimes
get,
I feel like you set the mood for how you want to work. For me, I can tell you, Miguel, neza kama leo, niliamka very early in the morning, nikaenda job, nikarudi, like nakwanga nimejiset like what I want to achieve on that day. And once I achieve it, hata boss wangu atakuwa anatembea kunicall. But what I make sure I do, because also my job ni 8 to 5, you get. So I usually make sure, like I set my own working culture, working environment, and all that. So I nasema leo nitamka mapema, because I have something to do between, let's say 4 and 5, or time ya job. So I wake up very early in the morning, make sure that I do my task, that during this time niko a bit free. But what I do ni I leave my phone iko open, because ni working hours. Like you've done everything that you're supposed to do, but then kuna working hours zenye unajua your phone should be on at this point. When someone calls you, you're available. I think
Yeah.
that's how you beat 8 to 5, just planning yourself, and
no,
then
if it's structured that you're there 8 to 5, You can't change it. You
Okay,
get.
maybe
You see
I've
now
not
for you,
worked
yeah,
in
yeah. You see like
an organization that
that.
constricts you
Yes.
in that
For some you
manner.
can't. You're like, unaweza toka hata 10 minutes before.
Manze.
Inakuwa, it's like you burnt the whole building. Unaweza toka job by the 10 minutes. Unatoka uliambo utoke 5, utoke
Ala.
4:50. Kidogo utatumwa emails.
Ala.
Yeah.
Ala.
Like there's some places which are like that. Others are a bit lenient that you know what, like you don't really have to stay till 5. Ukishamaliza kila kitu you can leave and leave by 4.
Well, yetu pia nakwangeva, but most of the time unapatanga you have a lot of work that even the 8 to 5 makes sense.
Yeah.
But you know that is only if you know sometimes unajipanganga na pia sometimes you need to also alert to your members, you know, unawaambia.
Oh yeah, that yeah, you don't want to be leaving.
Leo I'd want to start working early so that by 3 maybe I'm done, and I would want to do other things. And of course at work you don't always need to tell the truth. I'm not saying that you guys should lie, but
I had no part in this.
You shouldn't
I
always,
had no
you know,
part in
sometimes
this.
just if you, because sometimes you might want to rest. Honestly,
Yeah.
usianze boss wako ati manzi nimechoka, you know.
Yeah.
Ati nimechoka na hii job, nataka tu ku rest leo from 3 ama you just want a break. So
Yeah.
just find an excuse, a good one, and make sure you're not caught lying. But I'm not saying that I lie, but sometimes kuna good lies, imagine.
No, msikubali. Woi. This is the toxicity we are talking about.
I don't lie.
This is the toxicity we're talking about.
Yeah.
Maze, I feel like...
Yeah.
Sorry,
I feel like, I think I have something that is very personal to me. And I feel like this is something I need to mention when it comes to employment. There's work bullying. Like, I think we mentioned, but I'll just mention it again.
This is how you know someone is going through something.
I will
check
right
up.
now I'm not going through it, but I feel like there's work there's work bullying. And manze, if you ever feel like you're being bullied at work, wase wengine wanatreatwa vizuri and you're not being treated vizuri, Miguel will leave my handles. Talk to me, manze.
Yeah,
I understand
man.
you.
You'll find them in the description box.
Yeah, like work bullying is something that people never talk about, but it's the older guys. But then let me tell you, these guys when unapata wako more experience, the guys when wataputiwa above you, sometimes utapata wanakubully at work, and you know it affects your mental health, and sometimes you might even feel like you're not good enough. So don't feel like you're not good enough. Always spread your wings. Work hard, as I've said. Hard work really pays in employment, or you know, or even when you're going to start your businesses, you'll already have experience. So you know, like when you notice that you're having like workmates bullying you, giving you a lot of work, you know, every time that you're trying to give an idea, there's always someone barring you, ama watu wanaona ni kama idea yako si worth it, you know, don't feel bad. Imagine, spread your wings, look for other places. There are places that will appreciate you, and also look for, you know, there are so many online platforms that can help you deal with work bullying in the best way that you can. So I think when I find one, I'll forward Miguel the link, and then mnaweza ziangalia tu hapo chini. But yeah, I feel like that is something that needs to be addressed, and just because someone is older than you doesn't mean that they know more than you. So
for sure, facts.
Yeah. So make sure mnakumbuka hiyo, and always remember that work hard pay, or ati work hard. We. Hey, kizungu ililetwa na mewi.
Hard work pays, man.
Yeah, hard work pays. Na you can never outgrow. You know, you can never you will outgrow your company, but the company will never outgrow you.
Yeah.
So always spread your wings and work hard.
Stay
inspired.
Whoa. Hey, hadi ana drop mic. Na anasema stay inspired.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm not so sure the length of this podcast because also of time.
Yeah, and I need to leave.
Yeah, I want to say thank you. Kuisha watakukujia sasa. Watakukujia wanajua unaishi Rongai. But you, like, I want to say thank you for coming through.
You're welcome, my man.
Maji.